Welcome to Aerobics Oz Style. Today we have a Pilates workout for you, and we're working out at Bayview Park, which is on Sydney's northern beaches. Let's start by lying down on our backs. Separate your feet so that your ankles, your knees, your hips are in line. Relax your hands down by your side. Close your eyes. From that relaxed position, allow every vertebra in your spine to melt down towards the ground. Now take your awareness to your pelvis, starting to rock it forward and backwards. Tucking and arching, exploring that movement. Notice as you're doing that, there's a very distinct difference between a tuck and an arch, but also the back of your head is rolling forward and backwards in unison with the pelvis. And now relax the pelvis, allowing it to fall into a position between the tuck and the arch. Place your hands on your hip bones there and notice that the hip bones and your pubic bone are all lying on the same plane. That's your neutral pelvis. Now holding that pelvis still, take your awareness now to your spine. Feel how the tailbone gently rests down on the ground. As you journey up through your spine, you'll notice the lower back naturally arches away from the ground. Then further up the spine, the rib cage relaxes down. And then up further again, the back of the neck is gently lifted from the ground. The back of the head is down. Drop your chin down slightly towards the throat there, lengthening through your neck. And there you have your spine. Now holding the pelvis and spine still, take your awareness to your breathing and still keeping your eyes closed. Place the hands on the side of the ribs and take a deep breath in through your nose, the back of your lungs, into the side of your ribs and the abdominals. Then as you breathe out through your mouth, feel the natural drop of the ribs and of the abdominals. And again, breathing in, still keeping the eyes closed, exploring that movement from the inside out. Breathing out through your mouth, feeling the natural drop. And again, breathing in through the nose, expanding. Place one hand down the belly, and as you breathe out, drop your ribs down and draw your navel down into your spine, tightening those abdominals. Now let that go. Breathe in. The side of the ribs, the back of the lungs, the tummy. Breathing out through your mouth, allow the ribs to drop down towards the waist and draw the navel into the spine, tightening those abdominals. Now for your Pilates breathing, keep the navel to the spine as you take a breath in and as you breathe out. So notice the breath is shorter now. Once again, breathe in, exploring that movement, breathe out. That's the breathing I'd like you to think about throughout the rest of the workout. You can open your eyes now. Place your hands down by your sides. Lift the knees up into a tabletop position, which is 90 degrees at the hip and at the knee. Place the hands on the belly. Draw your navel all the way down, away from those fingertips. Slowly lower the front leg down, bring it up, and slowly the back leg goes down. Now just notice when you're doing that, the tummy wants to push away from the fingers as you get closer to the ground. And that's what you're working against. That's the navel to the spine I'm talking about. Breathe out down, breathing up, and other side, breathe out down. And now we take the knees out to the side. Once again, still keep the hands there. And up. We call this one the knee openings. And back. Breathe out as you open, stabilizing the pelvis. And just notice it wants to go from side to side here. And breathing in, keep the navel down, breathing out. Breathing in. And again, breathing out. And now let's make that a circle. So you take the knee out to the side, down, bring it up. Breathe out to the side, down, breathe in, bring it up. Other way, take it down, out to the side, and up. Take it down, out to the side, and reverse the direction again. Out to the sides. This also requires a little bit of coordination, what Pilates are renowned for. And down, challenging the mind and the body. Reverse, breathing out, open, and bring it up. Take it down, breathing out, and now moving into the side to side. Knees go to the front, and head goes to the back, stretching out behind the ribs and breathing, use the waist muscles, return to center, other way, breathing out. Covered in flies here and breathing in, don't you love that Australian weather? Coming back and breathing out, knees to the front, head to the back and breathing, use the waist muscles, draw yourself all the way back to the center. And again, breathing out, those abdominals should feel nice and warm now. And breathing, coming all the way back. Again, other way. Breathing out. Now this time take the knees all the way down to the ground. Bring the knees up towards your armpit. Straighten out the front leg. This is the thoracolumbar stretch. It stretches out the area between the ribs and the pelvis. Flex that foot to increase your stretch. Press the back shoulder all the way down. And now bring the knees together, the feet together, slide. And bring the knees up. All the way over onto the side. And now bring the knees up to your armpit. Stretch out that top leg and press the front shoulder down. So this whole area here stretching. Flex the foot. Good. Now we're winding down the warm-ups. Holding the stretch. We'll come back with an abdominal section. I'll see you soon. Welcome back for the abdominal section. Lie down on your back once again. Place your hands behind your head. Remember that Pilates breathing we were talking about in the warm-ups? And we're starting with the preparation for abdominals. Draw the navel all the way to the spine. As you breathe in, you lengthen through your neck, pulling with the first 2 fingers. And then as you breathe out, curl all the way forward. Hold that position, take a breath in, keeping the navel to the spine. And then as you breathe out, you go all the way back. Vertebra by vertebra. So breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out forwards. Pilates breath in. And breathe out back. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out forward. Keep that tailbone down. Take a breath in. And breathe out down. Gently pulling the vertebra of the neck, coming forward. So you're trying to create a long pocket of space between each vertebra. And lengthen. All the way forwards. Take a breath in. Now reach the arms and legs behind you. This is a preparation for abdominals and into the hundreds. We bend the knees. We're building the sequence. You breathe in, bend. Breathe out, curl forwards. This is the preparation for hundreds. Breathing in, which means the hundreds is coming up soon. Breathe in, bend. Breathing out. And for those of you who don't know the hundreds, it's a signature exercise in Pilates. It's not an easy one. Breathing in. Breathing out all the way forwards. Breathing in and all the way back. And now adding again to the sequence. You come forward. Open and close the legs. We call this the coordination. And back. Slowly come in. And forwards. Open, close. Toes down. Keep the ribs down. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, release. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Now stay there, place the hands behind your head. Practice your Pilates breathing in and out without those abdominals moving. Now if you need to modify, if the back's feeling weak or tight, you bend the knees until you re-establish the abdominals. And that might mean that your feet come all the way down to the ground. If it feels easy with the legs straight up in the air, make it harder by lowering the legs towards the floor. But at all times you have to keep that back anchored into the ground so you feel strong in your abdominals but very safe through the back. So using that concept, your own hundreds position, it is unique. Reach all the way back and we work into the hundreds. The focus, abdominals and endurance all the way forward. Now you hold that position and we start to pump the arms. You breathe in for 5. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2. It might already be hard for you. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And 3. 2. Sink that navel down. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Modify if you need to. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Head down if the neck gets tired. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 10. Here we go. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done if you got to the end of that one. Stretching all the way out for me. And now reach the front arm and the front leg away from you, so you stretch out the front part of the tummy. And then relax. And now reach out the back arm and the back leg, stretching out the tummy towards the back. And again, reaching out, stretch. This part should just feel good. You need it after the hundreds. Okay, now from there, flipping onto your tummy for me. And working with spine extension, taking your towel, placing it underneath your forehead. And just have enough room so you can clear your nose and you can breathe. Place the hands, we've got the elbows slightly below the shoulders, the hands by the side of the head. Anchor the pubic bone till it's on the same plane as the hips. That's your neutral pelvis. So you remember that from the beginning of the workout, but now we've flipped onto our tummies. Keeping the tummy nice and tight. As you breathe out, lift the chest, keeping the back of the neck long. As you breathe in, come down. Now this is to strengthen the muscles of your back. Breathing out, but if you feel the lower back, like any exercise, you must stop and slowly come all the way down. Lifting up, long through the neck, and as you breathe in, come all the way down. And again, breathe out, lift it, lengthen through the crown of the head, and breathe in, come all the way down. Keep those shoulders drawing towards the hips. Now this time, as you breathe out, come up, swing the elbows all the way into the waist, lift your palms up, place the palms down, and all the way out, and down, coming up again, breathing out, and lift the arms all the way out, feel those back muscles working, but again stop if you feel the lower back compressing. And this winds up the abdominal section and the spine extension section. We're coming back after the break with some legs. We'll see you soon. You need to have a towel with you for this section and start by lying down on your side. Place the towel between the neck and shoulder. Now, as we've discussed already today in the workout, the neutral pelvis and spine, we've done it now lying on the back and the tummy. This is it lying on your side. So you lift the waist up, the hips are stacked, and visualize your spine. One long line like the line of the horizon. Top leg straight, and you've got the heel lifted. The more you lift the heel, the more effective the exercise. So we lift up and down, 2 and down, keep that waist firm, 3 and down, 4 and down, breathe out, 5 and down, 6, keep the underneath arm back, 7, top shoulder down away from the ear, 8 and 9, get ready for some circles, and 10, take the leg forward and lift it up, 1 and 2, breathe out as you lift, breathe out, 3 and breathe in, 4, breathe out, 5, keep the waist firm, 6, 7, keeping that hip very still, 8, check with your hand there, and again 9, top shoulders away from the ear, 10, now we go the other way, and lift, 1 and 2, notice how my hips are completely still here, 3, and also my waist is still, 4, if you lift that leg too high, you will find the waist moving down towards the ground, 6, and that means you're losing that stability, 7, which we're aiming for here, 8, it also makes the exercise much more effective, and now coming up onto your elbow, lift the underneath waist, you're continuing to work underneath the side there, and we into the clam, lift, 2, lift underneath the waist, 3, press into the elbow, 4, now if it hurts your shoulder to be up like this, go back down to the towel, and 6, narrow the waist for me, 7, imagine you've got a pair of jeans on that are a size too small, 8, we've all been there, and again 9, one more, and 10, the whole thing on the other side. Remember to set yourself up so you've got the neutral spine position, towel goes between the neck and shoulder, straighten the top leg out, heel up, toe down, and remember the better you do that part of the exercise, the more effective it is for you. And off we go. Up and down. Breathe in Breathe out 3. Hips are completely stacked. 4. Breathe out 5. Breathe in 6. Breathe out 7. And again 8. 9. Keeping that waist very narrow. 10. Now we move into the circles. Taking it forward first, up and around. Breathe in for the second one. Breathe out for the third one. Always the navel to the spine. And fourth one. Breathe out, fifth one. Breathe in, sixth one. Keep that underneath arm back. 7. 8. Lift the heel, 9. And remember, making sure that you keep those hips still so the exercise is as effective as possible. We're going the other way. And 2. Breathe out through the mouth. And then breathe in through the nose. Breathe out 5. Breathe in 6. That should really be burning now. And 7. And again 8. Now if it helps, close your eyes for a moment. 9. Just feel how the leg lifts as you go around. Coming up onto your elbows. And now moving into the clam. We lift up. 2. Now closing your eyes is like a way of switching on your own internal mirror. You find things that are happening in your body. And sometimes it's interesting to do that because we get distracted by all these things that are around us. Okay, now sitting up for me. You're stretching out those muscles that you've just been working. With your legs crossed, Mia behind me is going to sit on top of a towel, and that's just if you have difficulty keeping a neutral pelvis when you're sitting. So from this position, you walk the hands all the way forward, lengthen through the back of the neck by slightly dropping the chin. If you're not feeling the stretch there, cross the other ankle over the knee, and that just makes it a little bit harder. And you go all the way forward again. And if you're not feeling the stretch there, then you can go into a third variation, which is knees over knees, but making sure that you center your pelvis as you do that one. So I have a stretch there for everybody. And now finding the other side. Now on the other side, go straight to the one that works for you. Remember, sitting on a towel just like Mia, if you need to give yourself that extra height, so you can work the muscles of the back as well as the muscles of the tummy. I'll go through those 3 positions in case you've forgotten what you were doing on the other side. Making sure the shoulders are open. The third one. Once again, centering that pelvis as best you can. So this is for the really flexible people. And the important thing is that you actually feel the stretch when you're doing it. Otherwise, you'll be very sore in those butt muscles tomorrow. And now coming up onto your knees, another variation of the stretch. You take the right leg out in front and you come all the way back into your stretch. And now winding that session up. Next we'll be coming back with some exercises seated. We'll see you soon. Okay, for the seated sequence today, I'd like you to begin placing your legs out in front of you. And once again, Mia's going to sit on top of a towel, just to remind those of you who have difficulty sitting straight that that's how you can also do it. The important thing is to be able to look down and make sure that your pubic bone and the 2 hip bones sit on that same vertical plane. Then you know you've got it exactly right. Separate the legs nice and wide for me. Reach the hands all the way out to the side and now dropping the shoulders down, the palms turn to face the sky and you reach the arms all the way up above you. Now just think about where the sit bones are at the base of the bottom. Lean all the way over to your right side, making sure that you keep that left sit bone down and now moving slowly into a further stretch on the side. And then coming all the way back, curving the spine out and now slowly sitting up tall. We'll try that one on the other side. So you reach all the way over to the side using those abdominals. And now sink down further into the stretch, curving the spine. And now coming back into a curve of the back, imagine the letter C. Reach the arms all the way around, sitting up tall. We'll try that one again. So reaching all the way over to the right side, lengthening up on a long diagonal, and coming further down into the stretch, anchoring the left sit bone. And now keeping both sides of the bottom anchored, curve into your body, and now stretch all the way up. Find that seated position along through the back and spine. If you've been enjoying the workout today, you can visit our website on www.aerobicsozstyle.com.au. We've got many videos and DVDs you can choose from, a wide range you can also buy from all major department stores. And coming up, placing the hands in the centre, let's stretch all the way out. Taking the hands all the way forward, as far as you can. If you're tight in the hamstrings, just be aware that you're going to feel the hamstrings more than the inner thighs here. And that completes our session for today. I hope you've had a great workout, and we'll see you again soon.